Hey ladies, how are you? Give me 1 second. I need to adjust my light. Let's see. How was that? Nope, not better. Okay. How's everybody tonight? Just gonna start off with my eyes. I have the same routine. Nothing new. I'm doing well. How was your Thanksgiving? Hey, Miss Dedman. Thanksgiving was good. I did a lot of shopping. That's what I liked about it. Okay. Now, I've just went in with my little pencil, and you of course can use whatever you choose. This is just easier and it's cheap. Doesn't take much to do. Um, I've always tell everybody the key to getting your eyebrows done and keeping them good is to always keep them cleaned up. I have several different foundations that I use. Um, do you need a full coverage or medium coverage or light coverage? I'm a full coverage. So one of my staples is the black opal. This one is truly topaz. The next one down from this would be, hold on, I think it's nutmeg. Yeah. The next one down from the truly topaz would be a nutmeg. Um, in my Mac, I wear a number 7 in the Mix Master. You probably could get in that one too because it actually covers about 3 different shades. And then in the Kat Von D, it's also a full coverage. I'm a number, hold on, 71 deep. And it's also a really good one. Hey, ladies. Thank you for joining us. Just working on my eyebrows. Now I'm just going to take my concealer and clean up under my eyes. If you ladies want to keep your eyebrows easy and quick to do, just make sure you keep them arched or waxed or whatever you do to them. If you keep them clean, this is really quick. Hey sis, what you doing? Now at this point, you can either stop or either you can go back in and make them a little darker. I will make a suggestion. Um, the older we get, we shouldn't bring our eyebrows down so low. I've been asked, why do I stop them about right here? When you hit about 30, 35, you want to keep your eyebrows short about right up to here. Um, because when you make them come down, it makes everything drop and it looks down. So you want to keep everything up so it makes your face lift. Okay, so got my eyebrows done. Not gonna do a whole lot with them tonight. And I think I've decided that I'm going to do um some a black and white look that you could wear. It would be ideal to wear to a Christmas party, New Year's Eve, something like that. A little bit of glam with it. And so first of all, we need to prime our eyes. And I'm sorry, I thought I had my primer out. And tonight I'm going to be using the Urban Decay. And it just takes a little bit. And you can apply it with a brush or your fingers. You want to use an ample amount any place that you're going to be using eyeshadow. What this does, it makes sure that your eyeshadow stays in place. Um, you want it to stay in place. You don't want it to crease. And what I mean by creasing is once you put your eyeshadow on, you start to get lines through it after a couple of hours. When you put a good primer on, you won't see that. Now I'm going to go back in. I've got my primer on. I'm going to use a base. And tonight I'm using a white base because I'm going to be using a white eyeshadow. And I want it to stand out. And again, you want to put this in the same spot, just right above or on top of your primer. Now I'm going to take a brush, um, just a blending brush here, and just kind of go in and blend it out from here. Just want to blend it out around the edges. Now I'm going to go in and start my transition. I'm going to be using this orangey color here. It's close to my skin to use as a transition color. And I'm just going to take this fluffy blending brush and go right in. And I'm going in above my crease. And I don't want too much, just enough that when I start to put in my colors, it won't be harsh. Okay, we've got that in. Now, I'm going to go in with the black. And my black is like a really dark black. It is this black right here. And this is from the Naked 2 palette. When you first start out on the brushes, I'm going to say you need no more than 2 brushes for your eyeshadow. You need a blending brush and you need a flat brush. This is an eyeshadow brush. This one is the one that I will use to put my eyeshadow on to pack it in. This will keep your eyeshadow in place. This one is a blending brush, and it does exactly what its name is. It'll blend. And that's when you want to make your colors flow into each other. Or if you feel like your colors are too deep, you can use this blending brush and it'll lighten it up some for your eyes. That's all you really need. And as we get to the face, I'll call out the brushes that I'm using and if you really need them or not. So now we're going to go in and I'm going to start the black. This is going to be a smoky eye. So since I'm using this black, I'm going to start with a small brush. And I'm going to start real light because it's easy to add, but it's hard to take away on dark colors like black. And I'm just going to start right here at my outer V. And as you know, I have a hooded eye, so I'm going to go just a little bit above my crease. For you ladies that don't have a hooded eye, you can go right directly into your crease. Okay, I've got it started. So now I'm going to go back in with my my regular blending brush and just kind of blend that out some. And I don't know if you can tell, but it looks kind of gray to me right now. But I've got my foundation laid. So what I'm going to do now is just go back in and I can take this same brush and build up on it. And I really want it to be dark. So I'm going to try this other black over here and see if it'll work. And it is a little darker. And remember, ladies, if you want a clean cat eye and you're not able to do it like this yet, remember you can always put your tape right there. So now I'm going to go here and start on the other eye. And I'm doing the same thing here. And on this side, it's a little heavy. So what I'm going to do is take this other fluffy brush that I started off with, and I'm going to go back in with my transition color and blend it out. And it works really good. Got those colors out. Now I'm still over here at this eye. And when you're using dark colors, don't be afraid to go back in and clean up. It may take you a couple of times to get it the way you want it. Okay, got my black on. Now I'm going to concentrate on my white. Although I do have a base here, I'm going to go back in with the cream eyeshadow. And I'm going to go in with the white cream and put that down as my cut crease. Can you see the difference? And we're going to do the same thing with the other eye. And what this is doing is giving me another base for me to put my eyeshadow on to make sure you can see the white. And don't be discouraged if you go over too far, because you can always go back in and clean it up. Okay, I've got that. So now I'm going to go in with my white eyeshadow. And this one is called Iman. And it's in this white right here. It has a little bit of glitter. And it's by Juvia's palette. And I'm actually going to take that same brush that I put the cream base with and go back in. And I'm using patting motions because I want this to stay. That's not giving me the look that I want. Let's see. Here we go. I got a metallic white. Can you tell the difference? We're going to go back in with the second eye and just repeat. Because there is so much fallout with this, if you're going to use metallic eyeshadow, it's always a good thing to do your eyeshadow first and then go back in. And since there's fallout here, we're going to go back in above and clean up. Ladies, if you don't have a brush cleaner, just switch up brushes if you're using a black. If you have one, you can use the same brush, just clean it up. And these run about $5 or $6. I bought this one off the eBay, but I've seen them in Marshalls, Ross, just about any place that you can find makeup. Now, this eye is a little harsh, so I want to clean that up. So I'm going to take some color and go back in on my transition and clean that up. Hey, Heather. Now, my eyes are metallic, but I'm going to take it up a notch and use a little bit of glitter. Miss Bonnie, I don't understand what you're saying. And um, I have combination skin, and my skin is really sensitive. So Cetaphil is one of the good things for me because it's dermatologist recommended and it's for sensitive skin. Um, I don't use a whole lot of product on my face to clean. Generally, um, witch hazel. I take a cotton ball and just go across my face. If I have makeup on, I can use Noxzema to clean off my face and warm water, and then go back in with either the witch hazel or either the Cetaphil, and then wash my face. And I use just warm water. I don't put soap on my face at all. But I would always recommend that whatever you're using, to always make sure of the ingredients. And the first ingredient should always be water, because whatever it's doing to your face is going to also put moisture back into it. And you want to keep your face moist. So we got most of the eyes done. So let's go in with our aligners. Now I'm going to go in with the top per my norm. Ladies, I have a lot of questions about liquid eyeliner. If you're not able to do that, gel eyeliner is easy to apply. It usually comes in a little container like this, and you just take a small brush and use it. And what you can do is just hold your eye like this and follow, and it goes on effortlessly. Um, if my son is available to film for me, it will be. He hadn't confirmed with me yet. Okay, sis. You know you can call me when you get off of work. I'll still be up. I'm going a little thick tonight because I want this to be like a going out look. You get off at 11, don't you? I'll be woke. So we're going to prep the eyes. With our favorite mascara. And I'm going to actually put on some lashes tonight so you can see how it would look with lashes. I don't generally put them on at night. So now we're going to go ahead and get into the face. My favorite mascara is this one. It's called Miss Manga. Um, and this is the waterproof one. And I think it's in darkest black. And just blend. Um, you can get this. It's by L'Oreal, so you can, yeah, it's by L'Oreal, so you can purchase it in just about anywhere. They run about $7. The best place that I found to get them is at Walgreens, um, and Ulta. Walgreens always has a buy one get one 50% off. Check your Sunday ads for them, and that's usually when I get them. I think the last time they had a sale, I got them for like $2 and something, and I bought about 10 of them. Ulta usually has a pretty good sale. When Walgreens has their sale, Ulta usually has the same sale. Okay, we've got that on. Now it's time for our foundation. I'm going to switch up tonight. Tonight I'm going to use my Kat Von D. And it's coming off a little light. But what I like about the Kat Von D is that it is a full coverage, but it oxidizes. And what that means is after you put it on and you're in the air starts to darken it. So in about 10 to 15 minutes, it'll be my exact skin color. The pros of it is you can put this on a tattoo and cover it up. You won't even see it. The cons of it is there aren't very many dark colors. So if you're anywhere darker than I am, I think it's only one more shade. And since I don't want this in my hair, I'm going to come back with the sponge. And all you have to do is blend. I use the same one. Um, on my blenders. I just use the same one. I use it to blend my face for my foundation. I use it to correct with, and then I'm gonna use it again to put my highlight on. And for the color corrector, um I always say use a color corrector because they're made for specific things. So if you're going to use one for blackness, An orange one would be perfect. You don't have to use a color corrector. You can use your regular concealer in your skin color. But because I have a lot of hyperpigmentation and darkness, I choose to use the orange because it gives me like a clean slate. It kind of evens it out. Okay. Now, if you ladies can see, I'm moving back to the same color. The foundation worked for me. And always, always, don't forget your neck. You need it to flow. Okay, the green color corrector is for if you have red marks, such as acne marks. You know, they're usually red. You can put those the same way I did with the orange. Use the green on those areas and just blend it out. Yellow is for if you just want to brighten up. That's pretty much the same concept as using a light concealer. That's like 2 shades lighter than your skin. For most African Americans or people of darker complexion, we can't get away with that yellow unless we're like really light skinned, because the yellow is gonna make us look ashy. So now it's time for me to go in, and if anybody can see, it covered up everything. Usually when I do my face, I go back in with the second layer in some spots of my foundation. With this one, I didn't. It's a really good foundation and no ashiness. What causes the ashiness is when we have on makeup that's too light for our skin. You can always tell your foundation is too light if you look ashy. And what you can do with that um, is just go back in with the, if you need to, and you cannot find your shade, use two different colors. Use one that's a little bit darker and one that's a little bit lighter, and mix the two together, and that should give you your color. That's a lot of work. So if you can find a company that has your color, I would, not just pick different colors and different companies because it's the hype. Actually get something that works for you. And just blend. And it's much easier to blend your highlight out if it's not real light. Again, I always say try not to go more than 2 shades lighter than your average color. Um, for one, again, it's easier to blend out and blend with your skin. And another one, you're not so ashy. I know you've seen people that when you look at them, you're like, what's going on up under here? It's real white, and that's because their highlight and concealer is too light for their actual skin color. Now we're just going to go back in. I'm using my same sponge. And I'm using um, my white powder, and this is Ben 9 Neutral Set to set my powder. And what this does, it keeps your makeup in place, and it also keeps you from creasing. And what I mean by creasing is to see harsh lines up under here. And you put this everywhere that you put the lighter color. Now I'm going to contour. And everybody knows that watches, this is my favorite. I've hit pan, so it's about time for me to open up a new one. And we're going to go here. And under here. And the object again is to make your face go into an oval. For me, my whole face is because I don't need a whole contour for my whole face. My face is round, but it is somewhat oval as well. So what you're using a contour for is to actually make your face go into an oval shape. If you already have an oval shaped face, you should, if you're going to contour, you only want to do it lightly. Because if you go too heavy, it starts to reverse the look that you're going for and kind of makes you look manly. Another reason that I don't do a whole bunch up here is because my forehead is not that big. And the more contour you use, the smaller your forehead is. So if you have a larger forehead and you don't like it and you want your forehead to appear smaller, then you will do more contour around here. What a contour does is make your face in whatever area you're working at and makes it appear smaller. The reason I go right here is to give my nose a point. And I don't need very much. But if you can tell, you can see the difference. And you don't have to use two brushes to blend it out. It just works better for me. If anybody knows a method that will work with one brush, let me know. Because I'm tired of washing out these extra brushes. But I am a powder girl. If you use a liquid or a cream contour, you don't have to use all these brushes because you can simply use your beauty blender and just blend it out. Okay, I got my contour set. So now I'm going to go back in with my face powder. But hold on, before I do that, this is a contour brush. You do not have to have a contour brush. I do because I like the way it just gives me one line because it's so small. It's not wide as the regular brush. If you don't have one, this type of brush is fine. You can use this brush for your contour. You can use it for your highlight across here. And you can use it for your blush. It's multi-purpose. The brushes that I would say you absolutely need, a foundation brush. Some people don't like the foundation brush. This one, I like it because it's dense. And I like the denseness because I use full coverage foundation. So I need something that's going to be able to stay and keep it in place. The best foundation applicator are your fingers. I just don't like it. For me, it don't work. But if you prefer your fingers, that's the best. And then this will be the next one for me. You also will need some type of brush to apply your face powder. If you have those three brushes for your face and the other two brushes for your eyes, you're good. You can get a simple set of 10 brushes, because that's how most packs come, and you'd be good. I wouldn't spend a fortune trying to buy all the brushes that I have. I have a lot of brushes, and some of them I don't even use because I bought them and I don't like them. Now I'm going back and I'm setting my foundation. Um, every place that I did not put my highlight, I'm going back in with my foundation. My powder, and I'm locking it in. Now at this point, if you see your highlight right here, and you look at your foundation and you think that they're not blending well, this is what you do. You take your foundation brush, your powder brush, and just kind of blend it out. Even though it's lighter, you want it to flow. So we got that done. Now I'm going to come in with my blush and my highlight. Since I'm going a little dramatic, the blush that I'm going to use is called Femme Noir, and this is by MAC, and it's dark. It's got a purple brown color to it. And since it has that little bit of brown to it, I'm going right above my contour and kind of blend it in with it. And if you feel like you put too much on, you can always take your powder brush with that excess powder on it and just kind of blend it out. Now I'm going to go in with my highlight, and this is called Peach Goddess, and this is by Jeffree Star. And this brush right here will be a perfect brush to use, or you can use your fan brush. My preference is the fan brush, but if you don't have one, you don't have to run out and buy one. This came with a kit that I bought. In every place that I put my highlight, I'm going in because those are the areas that when you first turn to someone and they look at you, the areas that are lighter is what's going to get hit. They're going to look, and that's going to be right in their face. So now we've got that. That's chestnut. I think I want to do a color on the lips. This is Night Moth by MAC. And at this point, you can either go back in with a lip gloss or lipstick or whatever your choice is. But I'm just going to go in with some lip gloss. And here's my spray. Now, we are finished. I'm not able to put my lashes on camera, so I'm going to put my lashes on, and then I'll take a picture. Are there any questions? Okay, Cindy, for the Laura Mercier, you know the white powder that I used across here and across here? That's what you can use it for. It's actually a translucent powder, so instead of using a colored face powder, you can use that. That's really good for a lot of different stuff. But it will lock in your foundation, so you won't have to worry about it coming off on your clothes. Thank you. Thank you, ladies. Any other questions? If not, I'm going to go ahead and get this head together and take my picture, put my lashes on, and I will post for you. Also, if anybody is planning on coming to my makeup seminar, please get with me. You can message me or call me. My phone number is actually on the card. Yep, I will take a picture and you will see these lashes. They're just some beauty store lashes. They're wispy, and that's why I like them. They're not dramatic, which I need to give me some dramatic ones. I haven't got out into that yet because I like the eyeshadow so much. I don't want the eyelashes to overpower them. Oh, and on the lip gloss, MAC lip gloss is really good. It's a bit pricey, but it's well worth the price. Um, it's real moisturizing. This is not a lot, but you see my lips are shining. Their lipsticks are, even the matte lipsticks that they have are pretty good with the moisturizing. If you are having problems with keeping your lips moisturized and you wear matte lipstick, always put a little bit of lip balm. It doesn't matter what kind, but you want something on your lips to keep them from drying out, especially during this time of the year. All right, ladies, as always, thank you for looking and watching, and God bless.